Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Alvora Tactics. During the last part, I did some dungeon running inside of Alvora and unlocked some more classes and gained some more experience. And I finally understood the basic game loop of this game. That is, get to a new area of Alvora, defeat the enemies multiple times until you get enough experience and money to upgrade your equipment and skills. Defeat the boss if you can to get a mask, and then move on to the next area until you reach the final area. So in between this part and the previous part, I did quite a bit of level grinding so that I can make the progression in this part a little bit smoother, so you don't need to see me just rotate around the same region over and over. So I spent about 2.5 hours of level grinding, so here's my current stats. Before that though, in your house you can click on this paper or note of sorts and you can see all the runs you did, the runs that failed, total recruits, recruits KO'd, the number of enemies defeated, as well as the amount of gold and XP you got. Also, I didn't realize we also had these dressers and whatnot. And we also have this bin of cloth here. And most importantly, I kind of forgot that we actually come with shirts too, which are going to be nice for base abilities because we really want some extra dodge. I should have gotten them first. And also, because of that, I also got a lot of extra gold that I can spend. But before I spend it, let's go head off into the barracks. And now let's upgrade everyone's stats. So let's start up with the top ones. First, let's start up with Sage. So I got about 1 star up to Sage because for Varan I decided I want to make him a Gatekeeper slash Scholar. So Gatekeeper will do the heavy hitting magic, and Scholar will do the minor magic. Sorcerer, I don't want to go with that because there's some time in between which I'm worried about where enemies can run out of the way. I want a combination of quick spells and slower, more damaging ones. But I won't be spending my experience on... well, I will be spending it on some of these passives, but not on the abilities themselves because I'm not going to be using this class for Varan. Alright then, my first passive will be the Critical Recovery, which will heal 25% of my HP when it goes in critical condition. So definitely going to equip that. Alright, as for my stat, I'm going to increase the amount of MP I have. After all, Varan is going to be primarily an offensive mage. Alright, Sorcerer. I got about 2 stars in that one. I'm not going to be spending any of it here because I'm not going to be using the class in the future. I'm going to be upgrading my ice skills because I'm going to be mainly using ice skills. Unmaker. I needed to do Unmaker mainly because I need it for the Gatekeeper class prerequisite. And the Defiler was actually a new class. It's actually quite a little bit more disturbing one because you can actually cast spells right in the creatures themselves. So it's like a much more offensive version of the Balancer, which I'll get to soon enough. So it basically just disables them in different ways like Chilled, Disable, Silence, Stun, Viral, Defile. It's amazing, and Destroy, which is instant death. This may be useful in the near future, so for my Red Mage, for my future Red Mage, I may have them be a Defiler slash, I don't know, maybe a Sorcerer or something. Because some of these abilities will be useful for stunning foes or slowing them down. Quite brutal though. Alright, Unmaker. I'm not going to be using this class, but I will be taking the Ruin Aura passive because being able to deal damage is pretty useful too. And I can get 2 more MP. Or I would if I actually had more, if the stars didn't increase. So let's see here. Let's just go with more HP then. And now Balancer. Because I need to get my Gatekeeper, I'm going to be switching over to the... let me see. Oh yeah, I need to be a Scholar in that regard. But I'm going to keep on my... let's see. I'm probably going to be switching to... I'm going to keep him as a Sage for a secondary just for safety reasons. Oh, now I'll keep him as a Sorcerer for some extra damage dealing. But for the Balancer, let's see here, I'm going to get +1 MP. I'm not going to be using the Balancer for Varan, but I will be using it for Farron there. Unfortunately, I don't really have enough stars for MP, so I'm going to punch it into... well, I'm going to be punching it into fire. Or I would have punched it into fire if I wanted to, but I'm so close to actually leveling this up that I think I'll just set Varan to be a Balancer over there, and a Scholar over there, and once I get enough stars, I'll switch back. And then I'll work on getting the Gatekeeper unlocked. Alright, that's all for Vron, so let's go move on to Ophelia next. So, first I leveled up her warrior stats quite a bit, so let's see here. We want to upgrade Charge, of course. We also want to get Guard ready. Let's see here. Nah, actually, Combat Ready would be a better stat. And, I think Guard will be a better ability, so I'll keep it there. As for stats, I'll upgrade her sword skill. More damage, after all. Off-screen, I also got her the Brawler class and upgraded that quite a bit. There was actually a nice XP farm that I could use in order to do that. Reckless would be nice, but it would be better if it was a faster one, as Ophelia probably won't be able to move fast enough. So, basically just 1 HP for her. Also, Guardian. I need to do Guardian if I wanted to unlock the Ignis Knight, even though I'm not going to be using its skills for the most part. But I will be taking a Bulwark, because not getting pushed around is pretty nice. So let's see here. I could either get more sword or more HP. Let's get more sword. And of course, I need to get, in order to unlock the Ignis Knight, I need to get Berserker, so I'll set that as my primary class. Alright, that's for Ophelia, and next up is Farron. So first off, Farron is going to be my pure defensive hero, so she's going to be a Sage/Balancer. And because of this, well, she's not going to be able to do that many offensive magic attacks, but she will be able to debilitate foes, as well as help our own allies. Okay, first starting with our Scholar. We want to upgrade Frost at least once, so she can actually hit it from afar. And we want to upgrade our life stat over here. After all, we want more healing. And I would have taken any of these other ones, but I better not, for safety reasons. Although I'll take Bolt just in case if there's any lines of foes. Alright, Sage, which I got a huge amount of XP from. So heal, of course. Now I maxed out heal, so she'll be able to target people from long distances. Revive, of course. And now Pure Mind, because I don't want to get my classes or skills cancelled, as well as the critical recovery. So now her spells will never be cancelled unless she gets knocked out. Let's see here. 2 HP and 1 MP. She really needs more HP because she needs to survive longer. And apparently the Sage also uses hammers, so that may be interesting in the future. And for Sorcerer, more MP, of course. Unfortunately, I can't really get it even further because of the star costs. And also, well, for Sorcerer, I don't want to take any of these adepts just yet, but I think I'll take Critical Focus just for fun. I don't want to focus on any of these particular skills yet, mainly because I don't want to be caught in a bad situation there. Let's go with Ice. And of course, I'm not going to be using the Sorcerer, so I won't be spending those stats just yet. Alright, that does it for Farron. Now on to Willis. So Willis I mainly just kept him a Guardian because he's going to be my defensive fighter, so let's see here. I want to give him the Impair ability, so he can impair foes. I want to give him Wide Guard as well. And I want to give him, let's see, I want to upgrade Rally, of course. Let me do it twice. After all, I want to be able to keep my allies rallied up as quickly as possible for as long as possible. Alright, Bulwark. And Shield Bash. Shield Bash, well, has a follow-up attack with a shield. And let's see stats. We want 2 more HP. Let me see. No, we want just 1 more HP and 2 Spear. It seems that every time we upgrade our weapon skill, it increases by 1 star. I wonder what the max limit for the weapon skills are, because you can get some pretty crazy values, I suppose. But he still has a lot of XP left over, so... I can attack multiple foes in front of me and push them back, so might as well do that. Resuscitate in case of emergency, and of course more rally. Boy, rally can be upgraded pretty crazily. It's 150 right now, so I don't think it's really necessary. But I'll take Impair though. Later on I will upgrade Rally to max, but it's already going for long enough. Alright, that's all for Willis, I suppose. Last but not least is Sorvin, who I'm going to try making a Warp Blade, so I'm not going to be spending anything on weapon stats specifically. For a warrior though, I will take the counter passive, as well as combat ready, because both are going to be useful even for mages. Well, he's not going to be a mage, he's going to be more of a hybrid. And 2 more HP. And as a scholar, let's see over here, I'm going to be upgrading first his Frost ability twice, so I can hit from pretty far ranges. And I'm going to upgrade his Ice and Fire abilities because I think he has enough MP. Wonderful. And on that note, I think I'll just also give him the Prayer ability. Sure, let's increase the area of effect as well. And last but not least, as a Sorcerer, I'll give him the Ice Adept, why not? I can't really use anything else on the stars, so I'll hold off from that. As usual, because I want him to be a, well, Warp Blade, I need to get him as a Gatekeeper, but in order to do that, I need to get him enough Scholar experience, which he's almost there, and then I need to get him as a Balancer. He has enough Unmaker experience, and he has enough... Let's see, I don't have enough for Balancer yet, so I need to get him as a... I need to get enough as Sage experience first. Alright, that's everyone else out of the way. Sorry for spending so much time over there, but it will be helpful. I did a lot of level grinding. Also, let's go visit the blacksmith. And in this case, let's upgrade the amount of equipment we can actually purchase. Let's upgrade, so now we have steel weapons. And armor. And if we want to upgrade further, we can spend 200 gold, but we don't have it. Alright, so everything costs about 50. Speaking of which, when I was exploring the dungeon a few times in order to level grind, I got some extra gear as well, like the steel haberek or harbrick for, well, for Ophelia over there. Let's see what else we can get. Upgrading the great swords would be nice, but we really need more armor at this point. So let's see here. Give her that. I'm gonna buy the steel harbrick for, of course, Willis. And the shield as well for him. After all, it gives a lot of defense. And well, I'm gonna be replacing Sorven's old wooden shield with this one. Oh, where's Veron actually? Okay, there. Somehow I got exited. Okay, that seems good over there. Wonderful, I think we're almost all set. We just need one more item, I believe. After all, my mages aren't going to be able to dodge attacks, so we might as well buy at least one more thing. You got the bone spear. I think I'll just get to see a steel spear instead for Willis. He needs it the most. Even with the bone spear, I think it's better to just give him more attack. And of course, Ophelia has enough attack in the first place. I also gave everyone about 2 bandages except for our healers, so we're all set, I believe. And I've sold off some excess gear, so it's time to visit Alvora once again, and we're a lot more well equipped. And I also realized that every one of these floors has a cave which is full of puzzles and not really full of enemies. And if you solve that puzzle, you'll be able to get better treasure. Also, correcting a mistake which I made in the earlier part, this game uses a combination of procedurally generated areas and handcrafted areas, as you may have noticed, like some of the tougher monsters or boss monsters. Not to mention, in the previous 4 parts I kind of made a mistake, or there was a glitch in the game, and the retro visuals option was turned on for some reason. I fixed it now, so in this part it should be turned off, hopefully. But these rotworms are of no trouble to me anymore. And the Berserker class is pretty nice with some of the abilities. Especially because Ophelia isn't really using any of her any of your MPs, so it may be useful in that regard. I will save it for Scatter in that regard, so let's do that. Let's see, where are you, Sorvin? Okay, Sorvin, well, he's got enough in... oh, wait. Yeah, I need to get him up to a sage level up to there before I go anything else. Sure, healing. After all, I'm not going to make him a sage for too long, so... Here's another rotworm nest. Let me see if I can take on all of them at once, especially with the amount of boosting I have. I wonder how long these bosses last outside of battle. It would be nice to know that. Okay, we have a lot of enemies, but I think we can take them. We have a lot more dramatic music, of course, fitting, because there's a huge number of enemies. Hopefully we can survive this. Especially with body blocking these. Okay, we took out about 3 of them in this turn. Oh, wait a minute, what's going on over there? Yeah, Farron is taking quite a bit of beating, so she probably should be getting some healing. Thankfully we have a lot of counters this time, so we can basically make mincemeat out of these very fast. As you can see right here, our party members have been going ham on these. And of course, Sorvin has a hammer, so he can just one-shot all of these now. What are these? They look like gems or something. They're trying to flee as well, so... let's try using Frost against them. I'm going to be healing Farron because I don't want her to die at this point. Let me kill off this one, so there's less enemies to deal with. Whoops, I didn't mean that. Okay, all of his enemies fleed for some reason. Sorvin will probably end this battle soon enough. Nah, Veron will. I wonder what all those enemies who left were, or escaped were. Oh well. Not too much of a loss anyway. Some of these abilities are pretty nice, though. Actually, I'll be replacing Ice Adept with that. That seems to be more useful. Now, as promised, I'm going to be switching over to Sorcerer so I can actually get an extra star and upgrade my MP. Let's see, I'm a balancer now. Let's see. Nah, I think I'll take more MP, but I want to get one more star soon. How much Scholar? Yeah, I think I'll keep that for now. Oh, the freeze ability would be nice to play around with. After all, it is an ice ability. Alright, Fairness finally got enough experience to use these abilities. Okay, we can stun them. Oh, immobilization. Ooh, preservation. That's auto life seems to be quite powerful. Especially because it also acts like revive. And force. Repositioning allies will be useful. Life mirror also would be pretty nice. Oh, and preserve too. That would be awesome too. Especially if she gets really near death. Let's see over here. Sure, let's go max out Rally at this point, so it goes for about 180 ticks. And more HP. I don't think that's a good idea, especially with her weapon. Even though that would be great. Even though that would be kind of nice. So it'll basically make just draw attention to her. I think drawing aggro would be better for Willis or something. Scatter would be nice though. I'm almost unlocked this one, but I'll need to get to a Sorcerer, so I will need to make her a Scholar. Kinda strange, I wonder what the Ignis Knight actually is. Oh wow, we finally got a Rapier crafting kit. And an Iron Hammer, which I will sell off immediately because I don't have any use for it. And because I don't want him to be that, I want him to be a... Well, if I'm going to upgrade him to be a Gatekeeper eventually... Let's see, he needs to be a Scholar primarily right now. And keep a Sage ability so he can heal up. Oh, hey, and there's the group of people that I keep skipping by in the previous episode. Before I go over there, let me just run back and forth a little bit, because I'm not sure if it's going to be a full encounter or not. Ooh, poison darts. I'm not going to be using them, but I will be selling them off pretty fast. They do sell for about 9 to 8 gold pieces, and at this stage of the game, that is pretty nice. Alright, let's buff everyone else up and see what's going to happen. Alright. Yeah, Okay, I was expecting them to attack. At least they have a lower initiative order than I do. So we're 5 against 5, it seems. Before that, let's see, we have Finesse, the warrior, with a great sword. Waverly, the warrior scout. Galf, the mage, I believe. We have Belson, scout, and Grati, the warrior. I was expecting this to eventually happen, so let's do this. Our first battle with actual humanoid enemies. So let's try attacking this, and to attack him too. I'm gonna try at least taking out Finesse in this turn. Oh, it's gonna... Whoops. If I could only impair him. Might as well just give some a rally. Unfortunately, she's gonna be out of the way, but she'll be able to attack here at least. Okay, yeah, they do have the scout abilities. It seems that none of my classes actually have... None of them actually follow the ranger or scout line, it seems. We don't have any archer or dedicated archers. Of course, they have a wide range, too. There we go, we've taken out him, whoever he is. Let's see, oh. Veron is pretty low on health, everyone else is about fine. Okay, Willis, let's see here, who should we be? Finnis, let's take out Finnis. Oh, that's... Sure, let's try doing this. Oh, miss. That was bad. Let's see, I probably want to do... Okay, we'll activate in time. And let's heal everyone. Let's at least heal the both of us there. Meanwhile, she'll go over here and she'll be able to strike both of them. So now there are only two of them left over. Okay, one of them left over. Galf is the last one, the one who's the ringleader, I suppose. Of course, he's going to fire in a straight line, which I foolishly gave him a straight line to attack with. Just for safety, I'm going to be healing up Ophelia and Willis. Let's do a mighty block and at least hit them. Darn, no one's actually in the correct position. Oh well. I'll just use the prayer ability and regenerate MP. Okay, she's right in the range. Galf has been defeated. So this party of, whatever they are, has been defeated. I suppose we'll be finding a lot more of them in the near future. A lot more malcontent parties who are just going to try taking advantage of the people trying to move in and collect the loot. So time to steal all of their gear and money. I'm thankful no one actually blew up this rotworm nest. Otherwise this boss fight would have gone a lot more chaotic. Oh, okay, we get the Brawler Mask. That's going to be useful. Who will get the metal bracers? Well, we already gave him... Oh. Oh well, at least someone's getting it. Wow. Okay, iron crossbow. Moss mat. I wonder who's going to get it. I'll save it up for later. Gosh, I'm running low on space now. And we get more gold for this. I'm going to ignore that for now. Let's see, did I get enough experience for that? Ah, yes I did. What else do I need there? Oh, of course, balancer. Let's see who else needs what. Still not ready there. She seems to be ready over there, so I'll be switching out with the Scholar because she needs to be a Sorcerer eventually. And Sorvin, well, he's still leveling up Balancer, so we need to wait for that. Well, I guess we have completely completed the first area because we defeated a super boss and then we defeated a malcontent party. So let's progress forwards and... okay, that's a little bit concerning error. Well, I guess this is a nice time to get back to town because I really need to sell off all my gear. After all, we also got the ability to build rapiers, or craft rapiers. Got a lot of experience, and we survived. Well then, in this part, I basically upgraded my characters quite a bit, steamrolled all of the enemies in the first floor of Alvora, and then I defeated my first set of enemy party members. In the next part, I'll move specifically into the second area and try finding all the enemies there and see what boss monsters lie within. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!